This video is part of a playlist and collaboration with a group of different outdoor photographers here on YouTube. Videos will be added during the month of December, so make sure to check out the playlist down in the description to see what they are up to. Good morning from Lisbon. So it's a new vlog, a new place. So from Madeira we flew back to Lisbon, and before we continue to explore a bit more of Portugal, we're staying a few days here. And yeah, we have a hotel right here in the Alfama district, which is kind of the most picturesque district, I'd say. So I've been to Lisbon a few times in the past, but only around day, so just driving here with a car, doing the typical touristy routes and not really exploring the narrow streets that, for example, Alfama has to offer. And yeah, that's what we did yesterday. So exploring, finding some viewpoints which I want to photograph from, and also there's this historic tram, the line 28, going through the city here, and I found a few nice angles which I want to photograph. But this morning I just came to the obvious spot, to one of the viewpoints here in the district, photographing for sunrise this area there with the church, I think, and then yeah, the city in the foreground. And it's a typical blue hour shot. I don't have clouds, so I'm using the long lens. And yeah, with blue hour, I already said this in previous videos, if you're very early, you prepare, you set up, and what will happen when you have a city, there's the orange lights which are still very dominant in the frame, and it's really too much orange. So you start taking photos, and as it transitions, so the blue hour transitions more into direction of sunrise, the balance slowly builds up between the blue sky and those orange lights, and at some point kind of an equilibrium is reached where it looks nice, so where the orange isn't as dominant as before anymore. And this is when I take the photo, and I'm currently doing this, and maybe I can also show you the series, the comparison. Yeah, but for now just continue and hopefully get a good shot. So already the second morning here in Lisbon, and I'm back near the viewpoint where I was yesterday, which I think is really the best one for sunrise. Yeah, yesterday, just after I filmed this intro, maybe 10 minutes later, at the end of blue hour, clouds drifted in, and then for sunrise it was just spectacular. I just took a little time lapse which I showed you together with the photos already, so you see how spectacular that morning was. Couldn't film anything because I was just focused on finding a good composition for the wide angle, because I started the shoot with a long lens, didn't think of any clouds, then I quickly switched and had to recompose. So it was a bit hectic. Then yeah, later in the afternoon I returned to that spot and took another photo with the light just on the city, and some dark clouds also looked nice, but not as good as sunrise. And yeah, then in the evening I went to another viewpoint, which is a beautiful viewpoint, but not on a weekend. It was so crowded I couldn't even set up. So when I got there, I waited until a few people left and set up my camera, and I had maybe a meter to left and right. But 5 minutes later, after I shot the first panorama, which I showed you or show you now, people were all around me. It was so packed, and in the pandemic that's not the place to be, so I quickly got out there. It was just crazy. I went to another viewpoint which isn't that good, got there a bit late, sun was gone, so I just got this panorama, and I couldn't film obviously. So big tip, when you're in the city, explore it in the morning when everybody's sleeping. That's what I'm doing today. So I'm not sure if I'm going to shoot this viewpoint again, because photos from yesterday are already very good. I want to find some angles where the tram 28 goes through the streets, and I did a lot of scouting already, and I have a lot of markers on my Google map. That's what I do. I walk through the city. When I find an interesting spot, take a photo with my cell phone, see if I could compose it. I sometimes also use photo pulls, where you have a virtual view where you can set the focal length, so you can try how it would look with different focal lengths. For example, 80 millimeters, it will show you how the lens would focus in. So that's a good idea if you don't want to always get out the camera. Just use photo pulls and see how you could compose a photo with different lenses. And then I mark this place as a star on Google Maps. So when I now look at my Lisbon map, there are many stars for many areas. So wherever I go in the city here in the center, I'll find a photo spot because I marked one with a star. And yeah, that's an advice I would give you, not only for cities, everywhere. When you see something very interesting, so really something you want to photograph, mark a star. Not everything, because then you in the end will no longer know what is really a worthy shot and what's not. So really be a little critical of the place, see, oh, this is a photo, and if you really think, yeah, here I want to take a photo, give it a star. And you could have even make different categories. So for example, star for places you know you definitely have to shoot, that's a photo spot. And then you could mark some other place where you're a bit unsure with some other sign, or could even give names. And if you want to really spend a lot of time, watch my video about using OneNote for travel planning, where I then categorize everything. And yeah, that's really what I've been doing and what I'm using now for the travels. I have a very long list of countries with a very long list of places, which some are very detailed, some not. And yeah, that's really, really worth it. Okay, enough waffling. Let's continue with the morning, and yeah, hope to find something to photograph. So I think it's time to show you the first spot. So if you see behind me, there's this winding line of the tram going through this narrow street, and I'm using the long lens here, zoomed in around 80 millimeters to get this kind of S-curve in the background, and goal is to have the tram one time at the top, so at the end of the frame, just seeing how this looks, and then right in the S. But it might look too big then. What I'm now missing, because I didn't want to photograph during blue hour, wouldn't get short enough exposure times to get the tram to freeze the motion. I want some light there. So if we look in to the eastern direction, you see there are not many clouds. So I hope the sun gets up, so maybe in half an hour, and yeah, lights up the street here a bit. Because without light it's just looking flat and not very interesting. And yeah, maybe I should have tried to get a photo during blue hour, but yeah, the tram just comes here every like 15 minutes on a Sunday, so the schedule is yeah a little stretched. So I just get a chance once every 15 minutes, and I just screwed the chance where the lights were still on, because I was a bit hectic with setting up, and then there was also a car moving by, and it wasn't the right tram, so none of those with the nice forms. So it was more modern tram, I think. I can show you the photos, so it didn't look like the ones I want to photograph, the ones that usually go through here. So yeah, the good thing is I can be on a tripod here, do focus taking everything, but there are other places when I want to photograph the tram, it's more like run and gun. So I'll have the camera, step into the street, take a photo, step out. So I can't set up in the middle of the street usually. And yeah, we'll see how this morning progresses and if I'll be able to film a lot, if it's getting a bit more hectic. But for now, it's just beautiful, so empty, such a contrast to yesterday. And yeah, maybe same tomorrow, because I have one more day here, and I'll definitely head out in the morning and rather don't do so much in the evening. But for now, I'm just waiting. It's like 5 or 6 more minutes until the next tram arrives. And yeah, as I said, a little more time for the sun. So I changed the direction because up there the light wasn't so nice. With the sun going up this direction, I get a lot of reflected light, so sun reflecting off that building into that building. So it's looking much nicer in terms of light. And also I can set up the tripod here. The tram can move past, cars can move past. I don't disturb the traffic, so it's perfect. So I now did some focus stacking, just making sure I get everything sharp. With low ISO, now I'm at ISO 800, f5.6 and focused down there in the middle. And when the tram moves past, I take many photos. And I just had the tram moving downwards, but I still want to wait for the tram coming back up because I think this might look even nicer. And yeah, I'll take another set of photos, just making sure to have it in the right place because I don't yet know how big I want it. Do I want it? Oh, it's coming. Quickly need to take the shots. So what I was saying, I don't know if I want to have it when it gets around the corner or if I want to have it bigger in the frame. So that's why I now take many photos as it moves up here. And yeah, it's unfortunately not, you see here, it's not one of the nicer ones. So the ones which have some Lisbon on them, but it's still a good test shot to check when the next one comes because I think the frequency is picking up. They're coming through much more often now. So yeah, let's see how this works out and if I get the right one. But yeah, still also need a bit more light. So when the sun moves closer into this area, I might even get direct light, and this would be an awesome shot. So having the sun bath this alley with light, having the tram move up here. But yeah, currently I'm just dreaming, so I don't know if this is gonna happen. So another morning here in Lisbon, and yeah, I've decided this time to photograph during blue hour, which is why I've come to a more lively street, which is brighter than the last one. This allows me with ISO 1600 to get short enough exposure times, I think, I hope at least. And yeah, the problem is here it's quite loud, so it's very busy here with traffic, and yeah, I have to really take many photos to ensure later on that I get photo with just the tram. So because there are always cars interfering, so I'm not sure if it works out. I'll start now with some long exposures, so some light trails, also focus stacking, and also I made sure to find a spot again where I can take photos while the tram's moving by without any problems. So it's now standing there even, red light, so let's take a long exposure. Let's see if this works out. I hope I had the focus right because I was filming a little distracting always, but let's see how this comes out. I didn't even realize that, yeah, the traffic lights will also hold the tram, so that's quite nice because then I can easily take long exposures and have no problem. And you see, so I have half a meter. It's a bit close, but it's fine. So this is always important. When you're shooting in a city, make sure to position yourself in a way that you don't interfere with traffic and you don't have to move your tripod all the time because then you have to start over again and again, and that's quite annoying. And yeah, actually the photo is quite okay, I think. Okay, yeah, that's nice. It's a nice twist. Didn't realize this till now. So what I can also do, I think, because there's also a tram moving down, I can take multiple photos, so a tram coming up, tram on the other side of the track, and yeah, I'll time those shots. I think there's even a stop there, stop for the tram, so it might even stop there. So not only at the traffic lights. So a lot of options I just realized. For exposure times currently I'm still around 10 seconds when I'm shooting at ISO 100 f9.5, but as it gets brighter, those will get shorter. But currently it looks nice also with the traffic lights because the green light, the red light, this provides a nice neon atmosphere. So yeah, I continue shooting now and hopefully I get a photo this time.